Hey everybody, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. Al Stewart, Time Passages. I saw this one as a recommendation a few times on the first reaction I did to Al Stewart, which was The Year of the Cat. Incredible song. And of course, I wanted to explore more. We're going to start with this one. It just caught my eye, the title, Time Passages. You know, the word passages can already have different meanings, which I always enjoy. And yeah, I really love that Year of the Cat song. And a lot of people told me about Alan Parsons, who is the sound engineer and producer of that song, maybe even this one, I'm not sure. But so he was a big contributor, or actually persuaded Al Stewart to have the saxophone in that song. So thank you for telling me about that. And I'm learning a lot. That's awesome. So hey, credit due where credit's due. And which also leads me to the next one. Also on this song, Peter White has a writing credit on this song, as well as Al Stewart, of course. So let's jump into Time Passages.
Late in December, the sky turned to snow. All around the day was going down slow. Night like a river beginning to flow. I felt the beat of my mind go drifting into time passages. Yes, go falling in the fading light. Time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight. Well, I'm not the kind to live in the past. The years run too short and the days too fast. The things you lean on are things that don't last. Well, it's just now and then my line gets cast into these time passages. There's something back there that you left behind. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
Come on, man. That's my jam right there. Beautiful music. That instrument that comes in, is that another sax there that comes in just once in a while? And I love the bass line in this too, and Al's vocals. Man, his voice is just filled with nostalgia almost, isn't it? Phew. And he's going back into, you know, that's what I talked about. Time, the passages word, you know, it is like it could be a journey, a sea journey. It's like a hallway, a passageway. It could be a part from a text, you know, just a passage of text, you know, that you grab from a book. There's so many things that this word can signify or mean, and you put time in front of it, and time, it passes. You have certain things, memories that you think about. Time passages, another word for memories. Oh, ow, what are you doing to me, man? That's incredible. That just dawned on me. Time passages, just another word for memory. We grab out a passage of time, we think about it, and it's almost, you know, automatic. We can't help it, because he said, I'm not the kind to live in the past, but he just did. And then in the next couple of lines, he said, my line gets cast into time passage. You just, you know, it's, you know, I have people who meditate or whatever you do, you just sit down for a while and automatically your thoughts begin like a train. You know, all these carriages on the train are passing by, and you grab onto one and then you're gone. You're on this roller coaster into the past. And he even said, you know, it's something back there that you left behind, and we think that we, you know, have unfinished business there, and we need to resolve these things, right? Drifting into time passages, beautiful lines, man. Oh, I could go on and on. He symbolizes night as a flowing river. Felt the beat of my mind go. So many great lines, you know. We know how when your mind starts going, it's tough to to jump out back and take a step back and say, okay, I was on a thought spiral there. Yeah, that's insane, man. So you're in a rabbit hole of your own thoughts, like an algorithm. You know, when you sit down scrolling, oh man, an hour has passed. I can have the same thing with thoughts, and I think many of us do. It's just, yeah, awesome. It was late in December, he said. Hey, we're recording this in December. And great album cover too. The album name is Time Passages, so this is the title track, and I believe it's the first song. We're going into 8 bits almost, a canyon. Oh, such an interesting cover with the year of the cat too. I must look up who designed these covers. I don't know if it's the same person, but there was so many details in that too. Oh my God, so good.
Home tonight. And feel yourself starting to turn. Don't know why you should feel that there's something to learn. It's just a game that you play.
Ooh. 100%.
Well, the picture is changing now, you're part of a crowd. They're laughing at something and the music's loud. A girl comes towards you, you once used to know. You reach out your hand, but you're all alone in those time passages. I know you're in there, you're just out of sight. Oh, time passages. Buy me a ticket on the last train home tonight.
Wow. Great song, man. So much going on in the music. Musically complex, lyrically not as complex as Year of the Cat, but definitely for me it got me in my feels, like they would say, right? Whew. Very powerful for me, this type of music, because it's something that as a writer yourself you contemplate on, and just me being me, to my own detriment at times, going through and thinking about time and all, and memories and nostalgia, and it's like a drug. So it's very dangerous as well. It's fun, but it's dangerous too. And this one, oof, the way he described that, ooh, and with such a smooth delivery too. And oh man, musically, there's so much going on. I don't even know what part to talk about. Like we had that sax, we have great drumming, we have that great bass line, then we have an acoustic part in there too, an acoustic guitar part in the middle. And at sometimes, some parts, I thought it was speeding up a bit and then slowing down, almost like a time warp, almost like time passes by, because he said the years run too short and the days too fast, right? And people who have watched maybe some of my other videos that talked about, or songs that talked about this type of thing or theme, might have heard me say that exact line, maybe just in a different phrasing. Maybe saying, the days too fast, the days go by slow and the years go by fast. That type of thing, because it's a famous quote, and he played it in a different way. So, oof, come on, man. A lot of wisdom in there. And then he describes a memory even, like the picture's changing, you're part of a crowd, you almost can imagine they're laughing at something, the music loud, you can imagine you in your party days when you used to go out with friends, a girl comes to you, could be a guy, whatever, you once used to know, you reach out your hand and suddenly, boom, you wake up, or you snap out of your memory, out of your own mind, and you're alone, right? So painful. You can turn and toss memories, over and over till they're so sharp and they cut you, man. They cut you. Oh, God. So many good things. It fades out, right? Just like the music faded out at the end. Oh, man. Wow. Time passages. So good. Maybe I need to check out a live version at a later date, because I know as soon as I stop this recording, I know, there's so many other great things about this song to mention. And maybe that'll pop up on a second listen, because sometimes these are even more important than the first listen. The first listen is like a wow thing. It's like a taken aback kind of thing. And when that settles down, even more awe comes in, because you learn about different parts of the song. I read comments, and that turns on more lights for me. Yeah, my God, so good. And what's also really interesting to me as a writer is that switch from first-person narration to second-person narration. It suddenly changes from I and myself to you and yourself, which provides a rich sensory experience, because you become the story, you become the subject, the reader, or in this case, the listener, is the subject of the story, man. That's so cool. And you don't really see it so much in novels. The first thing that comes to mind is N.K. Jemisin with the Broken Earth trilogy. If it's done really well, it's cool, but a lot of people are not a fan of second person narration. First person, a lot of people are not a fan of first person. I like it because I can really immerse myself. I like to read it, I like to write it. Some people prefer third person, but I think in music and song, it works really well. Maybe even better. Well, leave out the maybe. I think it works better in song than in a novel or a short story. So that was really interesting to me. It was so subtle, but it stuck out to me at least. Yeah, man, awesome. Al Stewart. I have to check out more. So I have a few recommendations from the other video, but any new recommendations are welcome, of course. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.